everyone, welcome back to Beyond Sunday. We've had such a treat in the last couple of episodes, and today we have such an amazing guest. We've been talking about seasons and transitions, and we've now just recently started talking about character, and I want us to chambua this. Waliniambia dissect is the word in English. I want us to dissect it. Before we begin, I'd like you to just take a moment and subscribe. Share this video to every minister, music minister, worship leader, background singer, dancer, vocalist, instrumentalist, your cousin, your uncle, your sister, who was in the worship ministry, who is in the worship ministry, who's thinking about leaving. I want all of them to be able to see this. It'll be of benefit to them. Yeah, and utakuwa umetusaidia sana. Thank you so much for joining. Let's begin. Pastor Mike.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm actually truly excited to be here.
Karibu sana. Thank you for honoring my invitation.
Asante. Hata kunifikiria, sijui nashukuru.
Wewe ni msee wa maana.
Nimeanza nimesikia umeanza hata nimeingia pressure, sijui tuzime niishie nikuje siku nyingine lakini.
Uko tu sawa.
Acha tu venye nakam.
Uko tu sawa.
Asante.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Beyond Sunday.
Thank you.
This is a place where we talk about anything to do with the worship ministry.
Okay.
And I mean anything. We are having the hard conversations.
Okay.
And this is one of them that and I've really thought about you from Kitambo, from like last year. I was like, who best can talk about character?
Acha tucheze venye takam.
Pastor Mike, karibu sana.
Asante.
I want us to begin by one question I've always wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
And before we begin, I want you to introduce yourself to our viewers. Unajua kuna wengine wako, sasa ni nani?
Jamaa weka hapa.
Na mimi nakujua, they're like, we don't know him.
All right.
Yeah.
My name is Ogutu. By the grace of God, I'm the worship pastor, Deliverance Church Umoja, serving under Bishop Dr. J.B. Masinde. Yeah, basically that's me. I am married to one Judy Kieti. I have one daughter by the name of Makela Mirai. Unless there's anything else, I think that summarizes basically who I am. Yeah,
amazing.
It's a joy to be here.
Amazing.
Yes.
Sasa, I have this one question I've always wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Yani, you deal with over 100 singers. I want to know how you deal. Because if it was me, Todo, I want to know how you're able to manage all of them. And because everybody has like their own personalities, and you've done it for years successfully.
I think
no, somebody by the grace of God, we know.
One, ni kuelewa watu. Just to understand that people will just be people. And so I grew up in a big family of we are 9 children. And so what I tell my team is that if me and my siblings, I'm 40-something years old now.
Yeah.
Our youngest should be, I think, 38, turning to 40. But up to today, we don't agree on everything. But we were raised with the same principles, lived in the same house, eaten the same food, slept on the same beds, shared clothes. We don't agree on everything. So how much more will it be for people who one has come from Kathonzweni, mwingine ametoka Western, mwingine alikuwa dini ya Msambwa kabla kama okoke, mwingine alikuwa. So there's all these personalities coming in.
Yeah.
So that's a reality first, you must know that there's all these personalities coming in. Number 2, to understand that just as much as we are Christians, but we're still human beings. So mwambiaga tutakuwa na noma, lakini expect tuishi na noma, tuheshimiane kwa noma yetu. That's how we live. So we are, si wana noma zetu, the mob. But then again, these are the principles I use. The bigger we become, the smaller we become.
Wow.
So basically I run a whole outfit. So Nika Church, we have about what? Now I think I have about, so we're running 4 campuses. In the 4 campuses, I think I have about 200 and something worship, worship team members. So what we do is we have smaller groups within the team.
Right.
So I have a team that I head, and then those teams have teams that they head. And then we've got small group leaders within the team. So I have about 20 something, 22.
In the whole bigger chunk.
Not in the whole bigger, just in the main church.
In the main church.
Yeah. I have about 20 something small group leaders who have about 6 people each, 6, 7 people depending on the group.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So once in a month we have a meeting for small group leaders where I'm also in a small group. I have a leader in that small group. So we sit in and just have conversations. What's going on with you? So they help me to know what's going on
with everybody
down
else.
there. Yeah. So it cascades upwards. So that's how I'm able to.
That's really smart.
Manage. Yeah. Then I've got people in charge of everything. Basically, my responsibility is to oversee now. Because I've tried to empower people to. So I've got someone who's our admin who gives all information. I've got someone who's in charge of practice. I've got someone who's in charge of a team in charge of the uniforms. I've got a team in charge of prayer. So everybody prayers is assigned. So it's a whole outfit that works.
Because you guys are really organized. And mko wengi
to go gather.
Mko wengi. I'm like, how do you hack it?
We have a what is it called? We have a serve team meeting tomorrow in church. You have already 100 people registered. So we are many. But this is what I believe in. The church is big. And so I believe I know I'd like to get maybe 20, 30 people up there, but I'm like, if I do that and there's people every day wanting to be part of a team, wanting to be part of something in the church, okay, let's have everybody come in. Let's have the very good ones and the ones who can try. Let's have everybody in. You can mix them in a whole big choir and they produce some good sound, then and give people opportunity to serve. Because if you come to our church, maybe you'll find about 50, 60 every Sunday. Why? Because I tell them, give me 2 Sundays in a month. So someone has a sense of belonging. Also, what do you do in church? I'm part of our worship team. So what I once in a month, remember 12 times in a year. It's better than someone who just came and sat on the pews.
That's true.
You know, and so they're adding value to the body of Christ. And then it also helps us with burnout and stuff like that. So that's our little secret.
That is brilliant.
That we've worked on.
That is brilliant. I want to get into something you've just said right now. You've talked about you being in a small group and you being under someone.
Yes.
That is humility 2.0. Because not so many wazis are they're able to fit into a small group and they're like, Haya, tell us what to do.
It's because...
And you're the boss. How do you do that?
One is because you learn by observation. Before I became a worship pastor, by the way, I was a PA or an armor bearer for almost 10 years.
Wow.
And so half of the things I do, if not 75% of the things I do, are things I learned from watching, not from hearing. So it's not Bible school that taught me. So I've seen my senior pastor being part of a small group, which has a small group leader. So if he can do that, then
monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, monkey do. So then even if I have small groups, then because he's in a group and he said, okay, I'm not going to lead. There's someone in charge of the small group. So he's going to be in charge of the small group. So he does that. So he goes in, sits in, he's going to watachangiana story. So it's the same thing. I'm in a small group. When you're meeting, I'll go in. I sit in my small group, but then I'll sit a little bit, then try just to go around and see what guys are doing in the other small groups. But then I also sit whereby I'm given instruction, using Lembiwa, I need you to do this. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
That is amazing because not so many people, not so many leaders are able to sit under their subordinates, like to receive instruction from them. That's really brilliant and a mark of, I think, only people who are experienced or have a leader who has taught them how to do that can be able to actually do that well.
I think also one thing I teach worship leaders, I tell them, if you cannot stand behind somebody, don't expect somebody to stand behind you.
Come on.
Because I think one of the challenges we have, many churches I've worked with for years, you find is, when Wanza is leading, she's up there, she's leading, and then the next week when it's someone else leading, she can't show up. So she can't back somebody up.
Yeah.
So if you can't be on a BGV mic for somebody, not because you're forced to or you're assigned, it's because you want to, then you have got issues that you need to take care of. So it's the same thing. If I expect people to be in a small group, then I'll also be in part of one.
Yeah.
If my team will tell you, I don't ask them to do things I don't do.
Okay.
If I tell them to be here at 6, I'll be there at 5:55. They know that. I mean, if I tell them, I'm in all practice sessions on Saturdays, unless I have a wedding or I'm out of town. But on Saturday, you'll find me in church. Nimevaa sweat zangu, nimevaa tracks. Why? I can be at home.
Yeah.
But then if I'm going to ask people to give me their Sunday afternoon, then why should I be at home watching TV?
Come on.
If I expect them, then I also show them I'm also part of this. So I'm always there. It's just things I've learned. And just, I think there's a statement I was told once. And I was told, pastor is not a job, it's a function.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And number 2, it's a function of a shepherd. And he said, if you can't smell like sheep, then you're not a shepherd. It means you are watching your sheep and not taking care of your sheep. So how do you smell like sheep if you don't sit in the midst of your sheep?
Oh my goodness.
So I try to spend a lot of time in there. Is it easy? It's fun. Shida ya Afrika mnaweza zoeana. Hiyo shida ya Pentecost mnazoeana haraka, but it's fun.
Okay.
I enjoy it. I enjoy, because I think someone said, as I heard someone said, we minister on the pulpit, we pastor at the parking lot. Okay.
Acha nikunywe chai. Vitu unasema.
Chai mapema.
Meza chai like 60. What? Say that again.
Yeah, we minister on the pulpit, we pastor at the parking lot. What does that mean? We can do everything we need to do at the altar as preachers, as worship leaders, but then relationships are made at the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's where we cry with people. We get to know what's going on with them.
And that's equally important.
Yeah, that's now pastoring. Because when you're leading worship, you're pastoring 2 people. You're pastoring the congregation, you're pastoring the team that is standing behind you. So you have to.
And I think as worship leaders, we do not know that we actually also operate in the pastoral function.
Oh, yeah.
Because you just come, you lead, you go, you forget about your people. And even if you're not the head, just as a worship leader, a vocalist or a singer or even an instrumentalist in the team, being able to check on the other person is very, very difficult. I think that's why I really advocate for community. Because I must be able to know, how is Percy doing? How is my neighbor doing? What are they going through? Are they okay? And if we don't have that, then
and I'll say, for us, we have a big team. Are we 100%? No, we are not.
Yeah.
There are those that we fail at. There are those that we miss.
Yes.
But the team knows that we are genuinely concerned about them.
Yeah.
Their days will fail. There are days that get a call, someone has gone through XYZ.
Yes.
I find myself, I'm so busy. 2 days later is when I'm able to call. I've failed, but then I try to call. But they know he really, maybe he cares. And that's all people want to know. Not so much about the things you say, is how you make them feel, and it's, see, now to watch and the flip side, people see the big choir. The other side is a lot of work, because
it's a lot of work.
At times I'm traveling a lot because of stuff.
I can imagine.
Because now any burials, utanipata niko Western hii weekend, next weekend niko Ukambani, next weekend niko wapi. People have family things, they want you to be there. People have homes, they want to do stuff. People have people who are sick. So it's a lot of work behind the scenes than what we do. What we do up there is 40 minutes.
Of a culmination of so many...
Yeah, it's 40 minutes, but what goes behind those 40 minutes is so much, because it's not just singing.
I love that. I want to know, you've mentioned that you are doing protocol work like for the first 10 years. You've never talked about this. So maybe I was like, wait, what? So I know you've been with Percy for so long, Bishop, for so long, and we'll get to that. But before we do, please talk about your journey, how that has been from that time, or from joining church in the first place to becoming a leader, how you've been able to stay grounded with your own character, because I know by the time Bishop is telling you, I want you to be the head of he must have seen something. So how were you able to stay grounded? I know kuna times he was like, "We, you are not lazy bana." Yo katabia, we don't like it.
Tumezipitia.
So I want, because I know there are worship leaders who are watching who have only been in the church for like 2 years and they're like, me, I'm burnt out. I want to go. But you've been here for years and years and served faithfully.
I've been in the same church for 31 years.
So those are the things I want, because how has that journey been? How have you shaped your character? Was there a point where you had, your character was questioned, you were behaving a certain way and then you were told, then you listened, or you didn't, ukakuwa kichwa ngumu? Because we have worship leaders who are going through that right now, and they probably feel like giving up, or they don't see why they need to stay under an authority. So how has your journey been?
So I started singing when I was 14. Teen service.
I won't ask how old you are. I don't want to know.
And then the first time I sang in church, I was 17 years, I think.
Yeah.
And so this is what happened. So, when you're young people, mnakujaga mnakaa nyuma. Vijana tulikuwa wanapenda kukaa nyuma, wazee wanakaa mbele. And so we are there worshiping, and I hear someone tapping my shoulder. Sorry, I tapped it. Someone tapping my shoulder. And nikigeuka, naona Bishop ananiangalia, ananiambia, be ready. And I'm looking at him like, be ready for what? When he goes up and says, oh, today we'll have some more worship. I want to bring one of our worship leaders from the teen service, Mike. And that's how he shouted on the microphone, come here. And so I go to the front. I'm like, okay, guys are looking like, who's this tall, skinny
dude?
And that was my first time to lead worship in the main church. And so then, so my mentor, the late Reverend Matthew Ambua from Donholm. So he saw me, he was in charge of worship. So now he used to, because I used to lead in the teens for some time, alikuwa ananipea maskodi. Then we had like 4 groups in the church. So I joined a group that was led by Patrick Nakaya. Patrick Nakaya is one of the most amazing songwriters I know. Jamaa ni shock. One day alikuwa anafanya right, kwambia Pai, una ngoma, hizi ngoma zako ni 6, we need 7. Akaingia kwa room, akajifungia 30 minutes. He came back with a whole song that is scripture. Mwangalia sa, okay? Na ina minor chords na. So that's the guy who raised us. Pamoja na Matthew. Then I think when I was 21, that's when I was told, hey, we need to get someone to help Bishop here and there. So that's Pastor Matthew came and told me, so we need you to step in. So I stepped into that. And so for almost very many years, I was not singing. I was just serving Bish. Wherever he was, I was.
Now you have a gift. You're like, I am called to do this.
Hata unaenda mahali, so naimba unaangalia, unasikia kuambia simshuke tu, lakini hata unabehave ni kama ujui watu imbaga aje. Sio uko busy. Sio wewe unabeba Biblia, unapiga viatu, brush, unaosha gari. And I enjoyed it. I loved serving him. Because driving, hearing conversations, going into meetings, unajichuna saa ingine, okay, niko kwa hii meeting, okay. Kiwa unaenda hapo unanyamaza, una watch. And I think now I look back and I say, you know what? I think maybe God had to let me go through that so that I understand where he needs me to go. Because a lot of things that I learned from there have helped me and shaped what I've done. Kunyoroshwa, tumenyoroshwa. Sina vijana. Mimi nitoka mtaani. Hizi makila tunaongea saa hizi tumejifundisha. Me, I'm straight from the hood. Straight. So tulikuwa na umtaa. Tulikuwa na umtaa mingi sana. So we've been tamed. Tumepelekwa chini kidogo. Tumesotiwa out here and there. Na mdosi wangu alikuwa anaamini kuvaa tie. So one day I was nicely dressed, nimevaa suti. Hiyo suti kwanza ilikuwa pia kadini, sijawahi sahau. Na siku hizo kuna mashati zile kwa zimekujaga zilikuwa deadly, lazima na button tatu. Hiyo those shirts. Nimevaa kashati na suti. Nimeshine for service. Katikati ya sermon. Ambiwa you are dressed well. Alafu kwa lead worship that Sunday. Ambiwa you are dressed well. You're not dressed for the pulpit.
Oh my goodness.
But I think that was a good day for me because this is an interesting thing. Nilipoenda mtaani watu walinitumia text. Ulikuwa sawa, usijali ulikuwa sawa. But then for me, I went back and told Bish, mazee, I'm sorry. If nini ilikuwa vizi, mazee nisamee, nitacheza vi. Because two things happened at that moment. One, I was corrected.
Yes.
And then people played with my ego.
Yeah.
To tell you, uko sawa. So if you're not careful, you can take your ego and say, niko sawa, wacha ishie pala naishia. But then I realized I'm serving under someone's vision. And if that's what he wants, then I was wrong to have done. So I took responsibility for it. Grace of God, siku hizi tumesaidika. Siku hizi tunang'ara.
Kweli, yani you show up and you show up well.
Try. So there's been those moments, but then you have a choice to decide. Is it gonna be you or you gonna learn?
Yeah.
So Matthew did a lot of work on that. Wacha, Matthew anambia tu wewe. Hapa si umoja tu. That's how he used to tell me. Yes, I'm those. And so they've helped to shape some of us to where we are at.
You've said so many, there are many, a few very, very heavy statements. One, you've talked about submitting under the vision of your leader. And then you've also talked about taking responsibility. I want us to chambua that, dissect that a bit.
Okay.
Because I feel like, and I really love the fact that your posture growing up, I feel, unajua sisi pastors kids, tunachapagwa from the beginning. If I believe, because your mom looks at you with one eye. By the time, yani, your posture is corrected from when you're like in the stomach. So, depending on where you grew up, like for me, my parents, they did work. Niliwasumbua. Oh my goodness.
Pressure.
Yes, but it helped because they were able to shape. So that there are worship leaders who don't have that. They don't have parents at home or even anyone around them who can call them out, yeah, or teach them how to take responsibility and not, get to a point where their ego is bruised and they're like, who are you? Who do you think you are? Also coming to a place where you're so prideful to the point where you don't realize, ikanisa yako, by the way, si uditwa wewe. Your work is to submit under the big man's vision or the big woman's vision. I don't know what you are. So how have you, what are some of those lessons that you learned that got you to the place of, by the way, my posture needs to be right. I need to take responsibility for what I'm being told because it's shaping me and it's not about them, it's about what they're telling me, because at the end of the day, I'm becoming better. How did you get to that point? Because I
think one is to understand, yes, it is God who has called us, but then unless you're doing your own thing, if you're serving in a house, let me call it a house, wherever it is, it's an Anglican church, you're serving in a Presbyterian church, you're serving in Pentecostal church, there's a leader in that house. It's just the same thing as your house. Your dad is the visionary.
Yes.
You can't show up and tell your dad, Zamin meona tutoke Mombasa tukaishi Dubai. Buda kuna amepanga form ya family venye itaenda. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
The father in the house or the pastor in the house, akona vision in your house. So when I choose to be in this umoja, I'm basically saying I choose to serve the vision in this house.
Yeah.
I know you're in RUAC. When you choose to be in RUAC, you're saying you choose to serve in the vision of RUAC.
Yes.
So the biggest challenge you have is this. And I'll say this. I've been in this, I've told you, for many years.
Yes.
I've gone places and I've never seen ushers on strike, Sunday school children teachers on strike. Ati ushers wamesema leo atupangi watu teacher wafundishi. But I've seen many worship teams on strike.
Oh yeah.
Because the ministry we do calls for gift.
Because anybody can usher.
Ushering, unaweza usher, unaweza fundisha mtoi, unaweza fundishwa kufundisha mtoi class.
Yes.
But then kuimba huwezi fundishwa, lazima unaweza fundishwa, tunaweza itoa. Unajua inaweza kuona nione I be fit nikia na miss, lakini nikiwork na 2-3 years they are able to sing.
Yes.
It can be brought out.
Yes.
But then kama hauna gift. So the challenge with that is now because you carry a gift.
Yeah.
The problem with people is they forget it's a gift and they think it's their own. So unafura kichwa ukidhani ni wewe. Okay? So ukiambiwa now we want to go this way, unafeel hapana, si tunataka kwenda hivi. But when you understand you're serving a vision, I normally ask my pastor a question. What are you thinking about, my bishop? What's your thought for the year?
What's your thought for the year? Where are we going?
And he says, like even when he started, for us to have a big choir, he said, you know what? I'm envisioning one day we'll have a big team. He said to me once, and I listened to it. And I began to ask myself, how does that work?
Yeah.
Started bringing in people, roping in people slowly by slowly. Because we are serving a house. Okay? So, and then I think the other place where people get disgruntled is because, and I tell people this, if you're in the worship team to hear applauses and to be kuambiwa maze good job, si uache leo. And fanye kitu ingine.
Atuambiagwi.
Tutajua tu siku ile tumefanya vibaya.
That's true. That's true.
Siku ile leo kuna kakitu
ni kama tunaambiaga worship ilikuwa dry.
Sijui ni hiyo soprano ama ni hiyo alto. Kuna kakitu ama leo umehata beat, leo umehata key. But the day it was good music.
Nobody is like yeah. As it should be.
It is the same thing nikaa kwenyu. Umezoea madhako apike food fiti. Au tuimwambia tie mama leo food ilikuwa fiti. Wewe umezoea food you expecting ukikuja home there'll be good food. It is supposed
to be.
Siku ile kuna chuo niambia hii food leo ina chumvi kama na teta nikaa mother amechoma jikoni. Na it's all true. It's the same thing to us.
Yeah.
People expect a certain quality when they get it on. They don't even think we should, but then wakuja waikose. So the challenge becomes with us is now when you want to shine because of applause, if it's not coming, you start looking for it. When you don't find it, you start getting hurt. Because you start unaanza kuwa kama mtu is spoiled. Ujaambiwa na dadi so unaanza kutafuta attention. Unajua watu wengi unaanza kutafuta attention. Wacha nivunje glass ndio wanione. Wacha nini ndio wapate attention. So it's basically to understand that there's a story in the Bible. Jamaa alikuwa anaenda trip and he had 3 servants.
Yeah.
And to one he gave 5 talents.
Yeah.
Another one he gave 2. Another one he gave 1.
Yes.
When he came back, the one with 5 had 10. The one with 2
had 4. Yeah.
You know the interesting thing about that conversation is go look at what he says to the one with 5 and the one with 2. He says the same exact words. You have been faithful with a little. Now come. Same exact words. What is that telling us? It is not so much what you have. It is what you do with what you have. That's what God is looking for. You understand? And the one who had 1, who ndiye alikuwa ataka attention. Watu sema alikuwa unjust, mbona mmoja alinyang'anywa, so kama uitumii neneza ongeza value, tupatie mtu ambaye anatuongezea value, ongeze value. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's how God works. So that you understand that your responsibility where you are, grow it. When I tell my team, when God comes, he's not going to ask any one of you to answer for being the worship pastor. He's going to ask me.
Yeah.
Because I'm in charge.
Yeah.
But he's going to ask you what you did as a worship leader.
Yes.
He's going to ask you what you did as a backup singer.
Yes.
He's going to ask you what you did as an instrumentalist. Did you grow yourself? Did you... So people they don't want to do anything, watakawa chill, vitu zifanyike. Then again nilifundishwa nikaambiwa, kwa jeshi pia kuna ranks. Kuna generals who can take care of hundreds.
Yeah.
There are people who can take care of 5. Mdozi wangu alimtishia mara mjia na tunjaka naambia, always know your rank. Always know your position.
Yeah.
And always act your position. Kuna scripture inatuambia, weigh yourself. Vipo, sijiwei chini sana na juu sana.
Yeah.
Makosa tuko nayo, tuko na 1 talent people who want to behave like their 5 talents.
Yo. So
that's where we find.
That's where the problem
comes in. So they'll ask you questions. Wanza came here 1 year ago. Me, I've been here for 5. Mjawai nike microphone ni lead.
Kwanza hapo.
Maybe where's your worship leader? Maybe you're just a good singer.
Yeah.
They're very good singers who are not worship leaders. And that's what people don't understand. And at times I see it. And so you're struggling. Me, a long time ago, someone told me, siezi mwongoza juu amesha record CD.
The audacity.
Kamwangalia.
What?
Kamwambia, uko sawa, endelea tu.
Nayo.
Ashatoa CD.
Wewe una you are not fit to lead me.
Hiyo CD sijawahi sikia mpaka leo, lakini aliitoa.
Oh God.
So, also challenge you. Mtu ametoa wimbo moja sasa yeye ndio the best thing after iPhone 16.
Hey!
Akipita mwezi mtouch.
Oh God. Hey.
Kama na grace yake. Mimi ukiona kama ni CD nafanya kwa immediately.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what we do is a gift.
It is.
It's a gift.
And I think also what people don't usually understand is, like you're saying, worship leading is an art.
It is.
And you cannot teach it. You have to catch it.
It is. It's you grow in it. You learn.
You grow in it. You learn over time, over experience. Yeah. So someone who's not caught that art of leading worship and you're just singing, because there's a lot of things you have to manage which you don't understand, but you want to. My head has to be there.
Yeah, because you understand. Like I said, you're leading people.
Okay? Yeah.
You're leading people, and when people will come into a sanctuary, there's a lot of things happening with them.
Oh yeah.
You know, your Sunday morning, mtu akiingia kwa church, mtu amezushana na wife yake asubuhi. Mwingine ameenda huko, lose job, mwingine lose loved one, mwingine ameachwa, mwingine wiki ndiye amekatiwa, ameingia box, mwingine ndiye ameengejiwa, mwingine ndiye akona harusi, mwingine apata mtoi. You know, there's a lot of things happening in the sanctuary.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So even as you pick your music, it's like you're pastoring people.
Yes.
You know, for example, if you use goodness of God.
Yes.
And you're singing the goodness of God. Unajua yule jamaa amekasana na wife anaweza kaambe kiki mother kimenikatia lakini God ni mfiti. At least mimi niko na wife. Kama kiki mzae kimenikatia lakini
at least mimi niko na mzee.
Someone anasema enyewe I've lost my job, but God is good.
God is still good, yeah.
God is still good.
Yeah.
You know, God is truly good. I've actually gotten a job after 5 years.
Yes.
So by the time you're finishing to lead worship, what you've done for people is brought all of them into one space.
Yes.
They all declare, you know what, either God is good,
where the focus is.
He's holy, he's mighty, he's a great God, he's a faithful God, just the focus becomes him.
Yes.
So sometimes we just sing where we don't. You look at people. Are they with me?
Yeah.
Do I need to stay? That's why, like you said, it's an art. Do I need to stay here? Do I need to move? Hiyo ni converse kwingine.
How does the atmosphere look like?
How does it?
How do I? It's a. I will call you for this one. I will call you for this one. But let's move on to your years of serving Bishop. Hizo ni mingi.
The mob.
How is it serving one person for over, you said 30 years?
Yeah, I've been same place for 30 years.
For 30 years. Mimi unajua me I can stomach my father. He's my father. I can stay with him because naenda wapi. You know. But serving Reverend Julian for that amount of years is different. Not just I understand in two different. I'm both a pastor's kid and I serve
someone else's.
So staying with Rev Julian takes a lot of grit, a lot of growth, a lot of maturity, a lot of staying. Yani, I have to make up my mind that God has asked me to be here. Than, you know, serving my dad. Serving my dad ni... So where am I going?
So for me, there are two things. One, I lost my dad when I was 13 years old. And so I think when I joined DC and later in life, when I came to meet Bishop, I actually stepped in
as a dad.
Big role as a dad. To a point, my mom, anakuambia baba yako anaendeleaje. My mother is not even, she's Catholic. But she's so, this guy took me to school. He's taken care of XYZ for me. He's done stuff for me. So I'm not here because I owe him that. But it's because one, he became like a dad to me. So for me, that's a relationship I have. Number two, people are people. I say that as you can.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So Bishop says this and I've truly believe it. The more you get to know someone, the more you need to forgive them.
Tumalize hapa sasa.
Okay.
Kwa sababu, say that again.
The more you get to know someone, the more you need to forgive them. Pastor Julian is only good when you're seeing him from outside
until
work.
You come up. That
until
is
you
so
come
true.
Into work,
Oh my goodness.
There are things wacha tu nimsamehe. So it's the same thing. Bishi ni mfiti Salem huko, lakini Salem mekana yeye akikunyorosha akifanya hivi ama mimi nakamfiti sana nikiwa nje mpaka ukaenda mtu akwambie over there kichwa yake ni mbaya, achana na huyo ni wazimu fulani. You understand me? So the more you know him, the more you need to realize, okay, acha takusamea tu juu wewe ni binadamu. So the question becomes, okay, so leo nimejam na beach, nimetoka, nimefurahi, nimeona Ruak, nimekuja nikapata kumbe nyinyi pia si malaika. So how far will I stop?
So instead of running away.
So me, I'm home.
Yeah.
I can't run away from home.
Yeah.
Me, I'm home.
Yeah.
Kwenyu vitu zikiwa fiti ni kwenyu. Vitu zikiwa mbaya zimespoil hata hao
nimefungwa
au taamo ende kwa anko yako. Baba yako anapeleka kwa anko yako, lakini wewe taamo ende kwa anko ati your things are bad at home now I've come. No, you'll still be at home. So that's how me I've lived. This is home. When things are good, we'll fight with brothers, we'll fight with our sisters. You know, our parents will discipline us. At times watatukosea. They will disappoint us. Your parents have disappointed you. When your real parents have disappointed you. But you never said, now you're no longer my father.
Yeah.
You didn't pay for my trip to Dubai.
Kundeni
huko amkulilipia hata sijui kuko na trip ya kwenda museum you never paid. So mimi nimehama. You can't. So it's the same. That's the principle I've lived with. One time, someone told me, we want to poach you. And I asked them a very interesting question. What will you guys give me except money?
Yo.
And they're like, what do you mean? I said, here I am home. You guys won't give me that.
That's so profound.
What do I mean by that? Because if you are able to talk to me in another conference that you'd like to poach me and you have a worship pastor, what does that tell me? I'm not the best worship leader on earth. So sitakuwa kichwa mbaya nijiambie I'm the best nimepochiwa. No, kama unaweza ni poach in a conference and you have a worship leader back at home, I'd be mental to tell myself I'm the best singer on earth. There are better singers outside here than I am. So it means hata mimi ndakuwa kwenye job, mtenda conference ingine, mpate mtu mwingine na mtampoach munichuje job. Because kwenye ni job. Isiko job, mimi niko home.
Which is a totally different thing.
So hapa kikiniumania, uni baba yangu atanichapa, aniambie kijana umefanya ufala kaa pale. We'll take care of you. I am at home.
Yeah.
So why would I want to give up that to go and start fighting for other people's stuff? So me, I'm easy, I'm home. And that's the principle I've lived with.
How do you get to that point of knowing that this is home for me? Because it's the same thing for me and Rev Julian. It's too late. You cannot ask me to leave. Yani, I was like, we are together.
Kikiumana kinaumana.
Yeah. You correct me, you do. I'm like, it is me and you.
I think for me, those years that I served, I saw his heart.
Okay.
Then this is a father.
Yeah.
You know, he's not malicious. Anataka uzuri wangu, vitu zangu zikuwe fiti.
Yes.
So mtu ambaye ataka vitu zangu zikuwe fiti, hata akini disappoint akinikosea, si kupenda kwake, ni binadamu. So sitahepa saa hiyo.
Yeah.
Alafu sasa nitafute mtu mwingine because now they are saying, we can give you double your salary. That's fine.
Yeah.
You'll get double the salary, but how long does it last? I've been here for 30 years and I'm not threatened. Mi hata nikukuleta leo, ukuje uimbe mpaka watu inge chini ya viti. Hata inisumbui kichwa.
Because you know your place.
Because I know I am home.
Yeah.
Najua itaisha tu kesho, bado tu the poor men and beggars they will always have. Mimi watakuwa nayo.
It's true.
So haitasumbua, but kuna zingine in a place hata uwezi ita mtu juu naogopa nikileta tu anza hapa.
Kesho
wataza kupigia simu utachujwa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then tunatuma kosa. Kuna tumakosa tumefanya twingi sisi. Twingi tukikuwa place kwa tushambo twende kabisa twende. Tokomea mbali.
Yeah.
But hapa unanyoroshwa, unarudishwa kwa line.
Unaekwa kama just like a sheep.
Unaambiwa kijana rudi hivi.
A shepherd does with his sheep, yeah.
If you have that, why
would you look for something else?
why would I leave that to go to a place whereby naishi na pressure?
Okay. And even as we finish, how can worship leaders find a home? Because I know there are so many people who are leading worship, they're in different churches, but it's not home. It's how can I get my own at this point?
You just answered it. The biggest challenge with us worship leaders is not finding home, is wanting our own.
Yeah.
The prodigal son, people say, oh, he was not selfish. He wanted control. Because as long as he was in his father's house, yes, there was money and everything, but he was not in control. He had to ask someone for him to get the money.
Oh.
But he wanted to be in a space whereby I can control.
Yeah.
That's why I say, give me what is mine.
Yeah.
So we come with the same mentality when we come to a space that, hey, I want to, no. You don't control. One, this is someone's vision. Two, it's a gift. Okay? If someone gave you a Range Rover as a gift today, unajua hizi turingia sana. Tunajua ni zawadi.
Na ulipewa na mtu.
Ulipewa na mtu.
Pia tulinunua.
Unajua hiyo story au kubai. Unajua hiyo story au kubai.
Yeah.
So unakuja kana Range Rover yako, unapark, una reverse, unatoka polepole ukiwa mahambo. Huwezi ambia watu, wewe una Range Rover yangu. Unajua ni gift.
Yeah, ni gift.
Lakini ukibai Range Rover, unatembea mpaka na funguo na ishika hivi.
Wacheni niwaambie.
So that's the same thing. So why do you want to walk on us? Ni kama wewe ndio nini? Na hiki tuko nayo ni gift. Sio yako.
Sio yako, na ukupewa.
Ephesians chapter 2.
Ukupewa ulipewa.
Chapter 2 Ephesians. Kwa verse 7 hapo inasema hiki yote tuko nayo. So that nobody should brag.
Yes.
It is on their own doing.
Come on.
Hiki tu ni ya God. Ukielewa hiyo, kuna vitu zingine hata mtasumbua nayo. Sijui vitu wanapiganaga, sijui wanafanya na nini, sijui wanasumbuana. I see those things even in my team. People have and ask them, why are we fighting?
Why
are we fighting?
Because at the end of the day,
miezi ni kula kichwa. You know, right now I've got younger guys who are coming up. They are doing an amazing job. They are 3-4 times better than I did. Do you think itaniscare? Kwanza inanifurahisha.
I'm like, you better do better than me.
Hebu kwanza songeni sana ndio hata ni relax. Why? Because if you don't allow other people also to do it, then you don't free yourself. By the grace of God, He allows me to travel here and there. If I don't allow those younger people and more people to serve what we do, then I won't have time to go out. Itabidi kila Sunday niko hapo kama Alpha and Omega. Na utachoka.
Burnout.
Utachoka. Hii kitu tutadai na utuachie tu hapa tuendelee, tukushangilie siku mbili. Basi dai kufanya vitu zingine za maana. Usidai ukijiua na vitu ambazo sio zako. Ni za wenyewe.
I hear. Hey.
Kitu ni ya mwenyewe. Hiki kitu sio yetu. And that's the mistake we make. Hiki kitu ni ya mwenyewe. It has nothing to do with us. Wow. Then number 2, jipime tu. Jua tu wenyewe. Talent zangu ni 2. Talent za ule ni 5. And it's not in terms of singing. It's in terms of the grace that God has given you to what to handle. But the responsibility ya kwa BGV. We BGV mpaka uroll. Usi BGV na roho mbaya. These are tell worship leaders. And this is how I learned. One time, I think we brought someone to church to sing when I was just younger in this. And that guy, when they were leading worship, maze church ilikuwa ina respond. Kaza kumtoa marks, nikaza kukua marking scheme. Hata hapo ningeadilibu hivi, hapo ningefanya hivi. Then I realized, hiyo ni kiburi.
Noma.
Why? Because naanza kumtoa marks, si ati juu anafanya makosa, because I feel he's doing better than I am doing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to justify. Ego yangu inaanza kujiinua ndio nimtoe marks. Siku ninavunja worship leader, ukifika hapo, take 2 steps, 3 steps back, check your heart. It is not them, it's your heart. And to be honest, mtu mwingine akileta chachi yenyu, acha niambie tu. Sasa hizi, tuzaleta jamaa mmoja pale Ruak, ametoka huko sijui wapi, anapiga mpaka anatoka nje ya key. Lakini kanisa ikuwe na yeye. Ni neema tu. Wewe ukuja mwanze kukasirika, mwanze kumsabotage juu. Ikiisha bado, worship inabaki hapo. Yeye atakuja afanye mambo yake.
Ni ukweli.
Naishi.
So
unafaitia nini? Haya. hatuwezi sisi wote kuwa leaders. There has to be one person.
Yes.
Pasia kuja aseme okay, nani is the leader. Si tusaidie nani asonge mbele. Because akifail tumefail. Akipita so ukimsabotage wewe upewe. Hiyo tu ulifanya ndio unaivuna. Pia watu watakusabotage. So what happens to a good thing that was made? It becomes a place where people just sabotage each other. Nobody grows. So build. Hiki tu sio yetu. Hiyo ndio principle muishi nayo.
I think that is the most important thing that for me, if I would want anybody to take away anything from this episode, is what you've just said. That we belong to God. Everything we have belongs to God. Everything we do. When you understand that, it
frees you.
It frees you from so many things.
Then the other thing is, and this is where worship leaders struggle. Mimi nimekana worship leaders wengi sana. Ukisikia your church iliniumiza. Ni watu walikuumiza. Haijalishi utaenda wapi, utapata wengine wanakungoja.
Watakuumiza tu bado.
Tena wanakuwait vividly. Good measure pressed down, shaken together. So kama sister yako alikuumiza, wewe unajua bro wako. Kama bro wako ashakuumiza, uliwacha family?
Hapana.
Sisemi hivyo ati
napigana mabia sasa. Kesho tunadu.
Yeah. And there are times there are other people who you'll serve na ufike mahali God akwambia, by the way, ningetaka transition hivi na hivi. I know you talked about transitions.
Yes.
Those ones are okay. Go look for your pastor. Let your pastor know this is what's going on with me. I'll transition like this. Naomba achieve. Hizo ni sawa. Lakini umetoka ati wanza amenyima microphone. Microphone
ni kitu ya
kukia basi uendage nayo mpaka home. Microphone kana nayo kwa hao imba mbele ya mira. Imba. Microphone. To be honest, I hear things people talk about in hospital and I'm thinking, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Is it not because I've not gone through them? I have gone through all of them. Mi nimetukanwa, nimeambiwa nini, nimefanyiwa. Niko tu hapo. Has it been easy? Ijakuwa rahisi.
No, yeah.
But what has it done for me? It's built my muscles.
Yes.
Za kiroho.
Yeah.
Mi hizi ni Taliban. Hata unipigeaje tu mimi ni hard.
Mzi.
Nilikuwa softy. Nilikuwa napigwa na kimbia kulia kwa mati ananiambia enda huko ukajikaze wewe ni mtu mmoja tu. Nilikuwa napigwa huko naenda kumwambia Rev mazee ananiambia wewe rudi ukajikaze unataka sasa tufanye aje? Hiyo ni kitu ya kutoka huko kuja kuniambia.
Noma. Yeah.
Lazima to build dumbbells. Beba spiritual dumbbells, no spiritual dumbbells. Hii kitu Yesu alifeed watu, raise watoto wao, akafanya nini? On Monday wakasema hail the king, wakamwekea mat. On Friday wakasema nyonga hiyo mtu. Same people. So wewe kama ulinyonga Yesu watakudu. Wewe umefufua mtu. Hujafufua mtu. Kama ulinyonga mtu aliwafufua. Apita na wewe mbaya.
Very fast.
Lakini you just understand human beings. Then you understand. Hakuna pale Mungu atakuweka. Nasema that it doesn't give you the grace to handle the situation. Mara mingi sio tunahitaji tu in terms of you're going through a difficult time. So there is nothing that the Lord shall bring to you that he does not give you grace. No, he gives you even grace for service. He gives you grace to take care of his people. Yeah. He gives you grace to pastor his people. Because pastoring people is hard. Mimi nakwambia afadhali ukae na gunia, ukiacha hapa gunia utaipata hapo. Binadamu.
Noma.
Unawapanga hivi unakuja unapata walijipanga hivi. Na hawajali. So understanding that helps you.
Yeah.
Helps you too. Ndio tumeka hapa hizi miaka kadhaa. Alafu cheza chini.
Kwa tu under the radar.
Under the radar. You know, the most difficult space for Joseph was not in the pit because he had no control. His brothers were in control. It was not in Potiphar's house. As much as they gave him all the power, Potiphar was still in control. It was not in prison. Because as much as he had all the power, the guard still had power.
Yes.
It was when he was the prime minister.
Oh, wow.
Because Pharaoh says, yani hakuna mtu atakuwa kama yeye. Ukiambia mtu simama, if you tell one to stand, don't lift a leg, they won't lift a leg. That's how much power he had. And now at that point is when his brothers walk in and he sees them. He has got power to do anything he wants with them. But he understands that what they took him through, God was doing that so that Israel can be saved. If he didn't understand that, then he will have used that to destroy his family and destroy the generations, but you're supposed to save. So it's the same thing. You understand that where I am, God has given me this for the purpose of his people, not for me. I lead worship juu ya watu. Listen, I've received testimonies of people on the other day we were just worshiping, and as you were worshiping, I felt, God tell me, hey, there is someone who's suicidal right here. And I just called it out, and we started praying about it. And after the service, this person walks to me and tells me, hey, I've left 2 children at home. I was coming for this meeting, and when I'm done, I was going to the bridge to throw myself because when a gari ni die. Okay? Do you understand? So why would I fight with you over a microphone? And this is what worship is doing in their house.
My God.
And I think if we are able to understand these things, tutasaidia watu wengi. Kwetu tuna vita mingi na dinazo daily mingi, but then we continue teaching people and we continue showing out because we have bigger responsibilities than how low the key was, how high the key was, how uli misbeat, how ulifanya nini. We have bigger responsibility, and that's people's lives. And that's what we do every Sunday. Pale wako mkiongoza ibada, kuna depression zinatoka, kuna healing zinafanyika. Sasa mnataka mpigane juu ya microphone. Oh, hii kamera hii kunitoa vizuri, kamera. Those are very minor things. We have bigger responsibility. And that's where we fail. And because many of us, we are sini kama kanga. Tunaruka kwa stage. Ukifika kwa stage umeruka umeikanyaga, beba umeruka ndani. So umeenda ruka umesikia kidogo, hauwezi you're not coming up as fast as you want, umeruka nje. Umekuja daily ukapata sasa pia mimi niko tu kama wale wa ruka, upate microphone ikuje haraka, umeruka. Umeenda redeemed. Unapata pia huko hakuna microphone. The next thing, kanisa watu ni wa fake. Watu si wa fake. Ndio umetusaidia.
Those are some good insights. Oh my goodness. We need you again.
Takuja Mungu akitusaidia.
Hey, my God. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm even speechless. I don't even know what to say because I was like, you better have heard what he said because
Mungu atusaidie. Mungu atusaidie.
Because I think for me what is really or what has really stood out is the fact that you have stayed for so long, but your heart posture, you can tell when someone has decided that this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to live, this is how I'm going to stay, and it's not going to affect. I understand where I am, why I'm here, who I'm serving, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Mind blowing. It's the security for me.
And that's it. That's the thing. You see, when you're home, you're secure.
Yeah.
When you're not home, you see kwa anko yako.
Kutu.
Kwa anko yako hata anko yako kumfiti aje. Hata anko yako kumfiti aje.
Yeah.
Bado atatutote wake better.
Yeah.
Lakini ukiwa home, budako ni budako. Kiumane, tutafight. Do we argue kama mapasi? My brothers will argue. Tutaargue, tutakosana.
Yeah.
Lakini najua ujamaa si malicious. Ujamaa hata ikunimaliza. Maybe tumekosana najua fala. Can we correct it? Yeah. Hata budangu akinini. Najua mzae si malicious. This is some, he'll fail. They've failed us. But then and when you're secure, you won't fight people. That's one of the things I was told very quickly. I was told you must quickly be secure in the call of God in your life. That's one of the things I was told very early when you started. Told me, Mike, if you're not secure in the call of God in your life, you will fight people. I'll tell you this. Mi ubiri, mbona ubiri zaidi? Naambia, mi niko tu sawa. Niko na 54 Sundays, neza imba kila Sunday lakini neneke samoneta hapo ndani. Mbona tupiganie? You understand?
Na you're 54, so those 30 minutes ni wewe uko in charge. So unajisema, if 30 minutes ni mimi nita preach.
Kwanza nikuambie kitu moja watu wajue. Unajua muziki ni kitu powerful sana.
Sana.
Na time yetu inaisha. Unajua ukinotice hata commercial ya mabati weka muziki.
Inakuwa
ni muziki wake inachangamsha. Wewe unajua wewe ushona, wewe fadhako ushaka kwa ukambia fadhako jump na akaruka. Jiulize, ruka tu kwa yako vitu buda yako dadi jump. Haya teremuka na buda yako akateremuka.
Lakini wa baba kanisani
mtu ni jeshi, mtu ni military. Unaambia teremuka akuulizi
anateremuka tu na wewe
panda. That is the power music has.
Wow.
So when you understand that, then you use it well. You understand. You don't need to fight people over things.
Yeah.
There's something that God has given you that is beautiful, that you can use for His glory to turn lives around.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for coming, man.
Asante jo.
Mimi sasa nataka uambie parting shot. Mbesikizeni worship leaders nataka. What would you like to tell a worship leader who's struggling or who's thriving?
Yangu tu ni rahisi. I think one ni you are called. That one hata usiblink. God has called you. Wherever you're serving, whether it is in the city, in the village, wherever it is, God has called you. And the call of God is in your life. Don't ever doubt that. When you doubt that, you begin to fight. Then another thing that I picked somewhere, and I've run with this for like 20 years in my life. I went into a church, you know, hizi unatokea nyuma, to go into this, and up there, ilikuwa imeandikwa, never forget, it's a privilege to go up here. No, nikipanda ilikuwa imesema, you're just stepping into a privilege. This is a privilege. Alafu ukitoka from the altar ukishuka, inasema, never forget, you're just from a privilege.
Wow.
That has helped me to understand that, listen, I lead worship at DCU Moja. I'm leading 200 people. I'm not the best worship leader on this earth. Neither am I the best even in this country. Neither am I the best even in my own team. But it's a privilege.
It's a privilege
for me to serve. It's a privilege for you to serve. Never forget that. It has nothing to do with you. God could have chosen anyone at any place, but He has chosen you for where you are. It's a privilege. Always take it as that.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much for watching. What an amazing episode we've had. Please like, subscribe, follow. If you have not followed me, in all my social media thingies, handles. Hey,
sino to zamani hatuko na handles, sino to callable.
Baze, I'm like, if you've not followed us, I don't know what you're waiting for. We have a WhatsApp community for worship leaders, where we help each other out, build each other up. I think you cannot do worship alone. So if this is for you, please click the link on my bio anywhere, TikTok and Instagram. Click the link on my bio. You will find me there. You will find the link. Join our community. Let us build each other up. Let us help each other up to see, don't struggle on your own. Don't deal with things on your own. Let's do this together. If you want to find Pastor Mike, where can people find you?
Mi niko tu pale Deliverance Church Umoja. Pale Facebook ni MYK Ogutu. Instagram MYK Ogutu. Hizo tu ndio miaka yangu inanikubalisha kuhandle. Hizo zingine zimenilemea.
Correct.
So unaweza nipata pale.
Amazing.
Asante.
Amazing. So if you need any insight from him, please look for him. He'll be happy to help. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Keeping Beyond Sunday. Tukutane next week. Bye-bye.